A lover is a person with whom you stumble through life with. A person you're doing life with, walking the journey of life with, talking. And that's why I tell people, Joyce, can we warn people keep telling me, this guy loves me, but he can go 3 days without talking to me. What do you call love then? I think he loves me and I also love him, but he does not support me in my projects and does not give me anything. So define why you say he loves you.
Yeah.
Love is communication. We are doing life together, Joyce.
Yeah.
We must talk constantly. I mean, except when there's a reason. And after every 1 or 2 hours, I miss to update you. I miss to check on what you're doing. It's not supposed to be forced. It's not supposed to be me demanding, please talk to me. No, it's supposed to be a flow, a natural flow. And just, I tell people, you know this is a true person when there's more giggles and laughter and easy and joking and ease and in windows and glances. And when you're in a crowd, something happens and you glance at each other because you know that reflects something you say.
Yeah.
You're doing life together. That is what, you cannot go silent a whole day. Another day. No, there's no love there. And I tell those people get annoyed and they go quiet that long. Remember, you are piling up things. Another problem can happen. And I do not say it is not possible. I've realized women are fond of going quiet, Cold War, when they're annoyed, when they're in a bad mood. I do not take away that right. But please, let us know you just needed a time. Let us know it's not about us and it's not a cold punishment.
What about if we move on to insecurities?
Insecurities is when you have got paranoia and imaginations, and when I'm away from you, imagining who I am with, and you cannot imagine, and you might check my phone, I might check that. That thing, Joyce, is very, very anti-charming, anti-seductive. It pushes me away when I feel suspected. Another problem is you might push people to do the very thing you're suspecting them of, because I think I'm already being punished without doing it. I might as well do it, so that I endure the punishment with courage. So if you realize you have unjustified fear, and we are not saying we are not supposed to be cautious and watchful, okay? We must be territorial and take care of that which is ours, all right? That is a healthy thing. Every love is territorial. You safeguard that which is yours. But when you realize that every time you are afraid, every time your fear is disproportionate to the suspicion, now you need help. You need therapy. You need healing. You must, and I must warn people against going to talk to people who also don't know what you're talking about, and they don't know how to say when they don't know. Joyce, this, especially the brethren who are evangelical, they don't know their limits. They'll convert everybody to a demon and satanic bondage and an offering and a prayer and a fasting, and you're just dealing with insecurities that have a root in past experiences in your life, that have root in things you've seen. And I want to warn people who consume too much media of soap operas and betrayals. You begin to think the world operates like that.
Tell them. Just
some people just into these love novels and soaps, and you watch so much, you begin to think that's how the world operates. So either you begin to expect me to show up like Ringo,
like Alejandro,
or to some day vanish the same way they always vanish. You think we're acting, you don't know that was an act. Their real life doesn't look like that. But when you consume it too much, it informs your subconscious. The subconscious is very dangerous. It swallows what you expose to it continually. And it becomes your frame of reference. It becomes your way of operation. So the warning here is, can you check if you hear your partner complaining, or two people giving you feedback that you are unlovable, something is wrong, be very careful. Go seek therapy. And can we normalize seeking help? Can we make it ordinary? That the same way you can suffer toothache and you go to a dentist, and the same way you can suffer heartache, delay in finding the right one, and find life coach. In Kenya, we're not yet used to them, but I said one reason we are that word is because we do not value the things that the people value to become healthy. Mental health is paramount. You know, love is a matter of the heart. When you are disturbed in your love life, you can't be balanced even in the workplace. Every now and then you stare into space. Have you seen those people? You leave them and they stare into space. A blank
But
stare.
I want to ask you about something you've mentioned there as far as our subconscious. And I think it's very important because, and I've mentioned this before here with you, there are those people who are surrounded by people who've had bad relationships. But you know how every squad sort of has their king or their queen?
You're right.
And that queen is, of course, saying how all men are dogs and na. Those things also seep into your subconscious. And if you're not careful, you're using someone else's negative experience to block your own positive experience, because you're allowing the things that they say to get into your head and to influence how you think about other people.
One lady told me her mother has 8 sisters. There are 9 girls and all of them are single mothers.
Wow.
And I told her, the chances of you becoming a single mother are 90% if you don't change your mind, because that is your normal.
Yeah.
And before we finished the degree, she had a child. She was a single mother. And I told her, you don't have to follow that path. Because you have heard it repeatedly that men are unreliable. Men are not dependable. But it's not all the men in the world.
Right.
It's the men these women are dealt with.
Around.
There are good men. Another lady asked me this morning that, what can I do? I'm 25. I only connect with guys who are older. Most of them are married. The younger ones, the married ones have money and they can help me here and there. You are 25, you are starting life. Get a guy who is mature and available. They are rare, but they are there. They're not easy to find. You're just looking around and saying, how come only married men see me? They are the majority. You need to go and get whom you need. The day you are going to buy a car or get a house, do you find 20 options the first day? No, all the houses you find are occupied, surely. This is the way of life. I wonder why people ask the obvious things.
Yeah.
This is the way of life. When you go to buy a car, you're going to find most of the cars you can't afford them, others are already bought.
Yeah.
The cars that are available for you is always a search. It takes work.
Yeah.
So you must not only have the money or the capability or the virtue of being a wife, but also engage and be patient. It can take a year or two because it's a lifelong thing. People are very patient when looking for a job. When they're looking for jobs, because they know how it goes.
Yeah.
You keep applying, keep waiting, keep applying.
You know there are few.
You know. I wonder why we don't bring the same mindset to dating. To find a vacant person who is suitable for you,
Yeah.
it's also a work, a research. So let's ask these people that do not be so impatient and so afraid and you're running and, until you don't realize that this is also supposed to be a journey. And one of the problems I realize with especially us men, because we have grown up thinking that women are easy to find because they're always everywhere. When you begin to look for a wife, you realize not every woman is a wife.
That's right.
There are many women who are wild materials. They are not tameable.
Actually, they're
Wild. You can't put her in one place. She can't settle home. She cannot sit at home, Joyce. These ones, and many of them are very charismatic. They're charming. But she hates the idea of submitting. And I tell her, marriage is not a must. Please don't capture a brother.
Whether no one is forcing you.
Don't capture a brother and put him in a hell.
Yeah.
Because you find that he has a good heart. Because if these women who are controlling and domineering, they like to get a cooperative and decent guy who is responsible. And, those guys, and because they are usually, they are very good-hearted but dull-witted. They cannot see. they are being trapped. Many times, the lady will rush intimacy to entangle him, be very available, and the guy will flow thinking, finally, somebody's giving me attention, and it's a trap. In this world, the same saying that when the deal is too good, think twice. You must be very careful.
Yeah. As we get ready to wrap up here, I want to go back to insecurities for just a little bit, because there are those people who, it's not that they are the ones trying to, or let me rephrase that and say, there are those who are insecure to the point that they feel they are not deserving of this person who actually does love them. And maybe their partner, they actually have a good thing going.
Imagine.
Their partner knows their weaknesses, is willing to work with them, willing to go the course with them, but they keep this being there like, oh, I don't deserve you, oh, I'm not.
Can we talk about that, Joyce? Let's say this.
You can put somebody off. They're like, well, I'm trying, I'm still here, but it's almost like they're chasing away love.
Joyce, that happens so much, and I want to warn us that the moment a person tells you I don't deserve you, from the word go. There's a difference between, Joyce, I can tell you I don't deserve you out of appreciation.
Yeah.
To tell you I'm just overwhelmed.
But don't tell me that every day, because I'll start to believe it.
I was trying to differentiate.
Yeah.
The difference here is every now and then I am overwhelmed.
Yes.
You are such a blessing to me. I will never have won you, and you're a blessing in my life. I appreciate you. You get the difference?
Yes.
The other difference, this is appreciation. The other one of insecurity and pushing away is when, no, like me, I can't, you're too good for me. That fear it's low self-esteem, a feeling of not deserving. And however much you may pity that person, Joyce, imagine you can't live with them.
Yeah.
Imagine it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have
Same way you can't do missionary dating. You can't be therapist dating.
To evangelize, to convert them by dating them.
Yeah.
Because I told people, if you convert them, they are still baby in the faith. Wow. You have been here for years.
Yeah.
Now, both of you are Christians, but he's class 1. You are form 4.
Yeah.
Try to make it work. He has years to evolve. And you are not sure that he will grow. Growth is a journey, and he can quit it.
Yeah. Wow. Benjamin, I want to thank you so much for your time as always. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. Val here says, I'm so grateful for Full Circle with Joyce, especially relationships. And you say, it's really helped me. I broke up with my boyfriend who was holding me back from achieving my dreams because he wanted a family. I am now free and working on a book. I am 23. If you were older, I was going to get a bit scared. But then she said 23. I'm like, okay, phew.
Thank you.
23 years old. Go you. I'm writing a book.
Go 23.
You.
You have 2 years. I want you to run fast and furious and cover the years you wasted.
That's right. Benjamin, how can people find you?
Benjamin Zulu KE everywhere.
Yes. Asante sana.
Most
We
welcome.
do appreciate you, and thank you guys as well for watching this segment. We're going to take a break now as we get ready for our final segment of the day. This is Full Circle with Joyce. Stay tuned.